Okay, the purpose of this video is to show you how to create a citation if you forgot or haven't done so before. This is for our Global Impact project. So you and your group are going to pick one of these topics, and each group must submit a citation page which includes references to your source material. Students are encouraged to use a citation generator such as easybib.com. You must include at least 3 credible sources in either MLA or APA format. You may use websites, articles, books, interviews, etc. as your sources. I imagine most students would use websites. That's what I would use myself because it's pretty easy and very convenient. So before we start looking at websites, let's look at some examples of credible versus not credible websites. And this is posted on Google Classroom if you want to look at it later. So a credible website would be a journal by an author respected and well known in their field. Websites from credible institutions such as Mayo Clinic, Department of Justice, university affiliated institutions. More recent materials within the last 10 years if possible. The more information that's available, the more credible the website. So like if there's a specific author, the audience is clear, the purpose is informative, not biased, and the information is regularly updated, that's a good sign. And also you can look for websites ending in either .edu or .gov. These are the domains you want to look for. Things that aren't so credible: blogs, Facebook posts, or other self-authored sites, research articles with no citations in them, websites with no author or government department given, materials published over 15 years ago, or maybe have theories that are clearly out of date. There's not much information available on the website. If the purpose is not informative but may have other motives like to persuade or to argue for their opinion without facts, that site may not be credible. Or maybe the website is not regularly updated, or no author is posted, or maybe the author, is well known to be unreliable. So if it's someone that's well known that they spread a lot of lies, you don't necessarily want to cite them. So I'm doing my project on Pitbull, the rapper, right? And I'm gonna Google him and kind of look at different websites. And I've heard of CNN before. It's a pretty famous news organization. It's considered pretty credible. And I can see that there's an author here. That's a good sign. I can see that it was updated in 2014, so it's pretty new. This is probably going to be a good source from a well-known news organization. It's newer. There's an author. All right. So this is giving me some facts about Pitbull. He plays hard. He works hard. I think I'm going to want to use this. So here's what I do. I'm going to go to this website, easybib.com. All right. And I'm going to click on Create Citation. And this source is a website, but it also does it for books or journals, if that's your particular source. And I'm going to find my website by copying and pasting the URL. So I'm going to go back to this article from CNN. I want to copy this, and then I want to paste it into the search bar on EasyBib. Okay. Once it finds it, a box should pop up here, and then I click on the Cite button. Alright, so we have a lot of info about it: the title, the URL, date accessed, which is today's date, the date it was published. We might need some help on publisher sponsor. So what we can do is, I noticed that this had an author, and I don't know that EasyBib picked it up. Oops. So if we check our website, we can see that it did. Actually, Lisa Respers France was her name, and it picked up Lisa Respers France. But maybe we can put Respers as her middle name. It doesn't really matter, as long as we get the first and last name. Website title, publisher, cable news network, that's CNN, the URL, when it was published. So this is actually a very complete citation. Pretty much have all the info that we need here. So we click on Complete Citation. Alright, and here is my citation. So what you can do is you can copy this bibliography citation. Alright, then you jump back to your citation page. You're going to have to turn in something like this, name, period, etc. So say this is my citation page, and this is going to be my first source. So let's see what happens. I'm going to paste, and if I hit backspace, it brings it over. This is going to be my first source, so let me label it as, oops, that's too big, number 1. Alright, so I've got this as number 1, and the proper way to put a bibliography on a page is to use hanging indentation. This last part is optional, just if you want to be proper. I'm not going to require you to do this, but if you highlight your source, click on Format, Align and Indent, there's an option for indentation options, and if you click on that, it gives you the option to do a special indent. So if you change it to hanging, while this is highlighted, it makes it the first line, it makes the second, third, and fourth line hang off a little bit. And that's how you do a citation. And remember, you need at least 3. You can have more if you want. And you need to turn this in with your projects.